vintage or Rolex watch collector and you're here on holiday or visiting London, England, you definitely need to make a point to come and visit the Gray's Antique Market here in London. It's well worth your time. There are a lot of excellent vintage watch dealers here at Gray's. I make an effort to come and visit them all, every one of them. And definitely say that you were referred to them by my video.
So everything in that cabinet there is box and papers. Now we don't only buy box and papers, but we try to if we can.
So I'm pointing the camera at the Datejust 41s.
Mm-hmm.
What's the situation with those at ADs in London right now?
So I think it's globally actually. If you're looking for a 41 Datejust and you're willing to go on an oyster bracelet and you're willing to go on a smooth bezel, so not white gold. It doesn't work for me either.
Yeah.
And you're not too fussed on the dial, so maybe a white, something like that. Rhodium even possibly. Those are around this price. You're not gonna. You shouldn't have too much trouble trying to get one of those from an AD. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, it's strange because as I say, I asked and they said no.
Yeah, they will do originally, but they're going to have much shorter waiting lists.
Okay.
Than most. Yeah.
So maybe 6 months.
We wouldn't pay a premium on the list price for those.
You wouldn't? Okay.
No.
So
if at all, even stock in them.
Okay. And then when it comes time for you're selling these, how do the prices compare to?
We're quite competitive on the prices on all of those. We have to be. There's a number of reasons why it's a lot more difficult for a London dealer now. It's incredibly difficult to export to the EU because there's 20% tariffs on anything from the UK to the EU.
Right.
So if you're a German, for example, looking for a Datejust,
you're going to pay 20% to take it home.
You're better off looking anywhere else in the EU before you look here.
Yeah, so it's like for me as a Canadian, it's 12% for me to take that home.
So that might be, depending on what the domestic market's like in Canada, that might be worthwhile. We sell quite a lot to the US and Canada.
Yeah.
If they're rare or different or unique, hard to find. So we ship globally. Takes a couple of days. It's a little uncertain at the moment with the US with the tariffs. I think that no one really quite understands.
No, we don't know.
Just
It's
yet,
changing by the hour. So back to the Datejust 41s. What are these retail at in the 8s?
Yeah, and they go upwards depending on a bracelet and obviously the white gold bezel. Yeah, so that Wimbledon there is going to be £11,000.
The Wimbledon is
the green and rhodium.
Yeah, the green one. That's 11. And what's the lesser cost of all?
So the white one there is actually the predecessor. The white one on this side here.
Yes.
And that's just going to cost you 6,300. That's
wow. And what's the date?
That's 2016. Yeah.
That's a 16.
Yeah, it doesn't look it, does it? You wouldn't be able to point out and tell me what years they were by looking at them.
No, because I thought it was close to brand new.
No. So that's just how it comes out of...
that is gorgeous. That is
probably the most classic for most people is the Datejust 16610. And we've got two here, and we do very well with them. If you look online, there's thousands and thousands of these. Yeah, they're not rare. But to find one with everything that it was originally sold with, box, papers and all the accessories, in fine working order, and with an unblemished bezel. Yeah, you can see both of these are in excellent condition. And in fact, I think one of those is going to go today. We've had a strong inquiry on it this morning.
What year?
There's not much in it. 1999 and 2001, and they're the same money.
They're the same.
Yeah.
So what will a watch like that set back?
7,700.
77.
Yeah. Which is excellent value. You'll see some online for a great deal more, but that's
absolutely.
where we think they are in the current market. That's not cheap for us. It's good value, but that's where we see them in the current market.
Can I ask you about the GM? You've got a two-tone GMT here.
Mm-hmm.
It's catching my eye.
This one.
Yes.
These are not loved by everyone.
Why I love them? Why, is it because it attracts too much attention?
Generally, that's one part of it. Generally, the inquiries we get for bimetal sports models are the blue Submariner. Yeah.
Blue over black.
Always blue over black.
Okay.
Yeah, and we tend to sell more of them in the summer than we do any other time. Just as you're approaching summer, I don't know why that is. It's always been the way.
Yeah, it's like swimsuits.
Yeah, I did have one here Friday, but that sold straight away. Again, there's a lot on the market, but you've got to find a really fine example. It's important to ensure the bezel's not, or if these things are important to you, the bezel doesn't have a mark on it.
Yes.
That the bracelet is in decent condition, and that it's got all of its bits and pieces, which is the one we did.
And this one here is from what year?
This one is early 2000s.
Okay, so it's got the new style clasp. Yes, it does.
Previously, it would have been all steel.
Yeah, all
so
steel
that,
and
yeah.
easy.
So there's a point on these, certainly on the blue Submariners, that those from sort of 2000, 2001, 2002, we do so much better on than the 95, for example, that's all steel through the clasp. First question most people ask is it gold through the clasp?
Right. So what is the price on that, and what is the premium on that over the previous model?
So I don't think they produce that one anymore. Again, it's not. You'd have to check that. I'm not absolutely certain, but that model there is a complete full set. You can be paying around about 8.5.
And from what year? That's, I'm sorry,
Early,
what year?
early 2000s.
Okay, wow. It sounds...
It's a lot of watch for the money, yeah?
It is a lot of watch for the money. Now, I showed you a picture earlier with an older model than that, and it had a scratch
On the bezel.
on the bezel.
Yeah, okay.
What would you recommend?
So they are steel bezels all aluminium, but they're not incredibly hard to source. You can probably find one from a reputable source. You don't want to be just diving into eBay.
Yes.
Aftermarket ones are for nothing, really.
Right.
But you want to period correct if you're going to replace it, and if you're going to replace it, keep the original.
Yes.
So that if you ever do choose it to sell it, the new owner's got the choice to put it back if he needs to.
Right.
Personally, I would try and live with it as it is.
Yes.
It's personal preference as to whether, once you know that mark's there, you can't unsee it.
Right.
It's like a mark on the glass or on the dial.
Right.
Even though it might be minor, once you know it's there, every time you look at the watch, you're going to see it there.
Right. So how much would a dial like that cost, sourced, a proper one?
The watch or
The
dial? The bezel.
Yeah, the replacement bezel, yeah. Is that
£400, £500, £600.
I was going to guess that.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
So it's 5, and he was asking 8,500 US. You're into it for 9 US, but it's older than this, so it's basically they're quite similar prices, then, aren't they?
Yeah, possibly.
They're getting close.
But as I say, the one we have is all original. It is as it is. I always, if ever I'm buying them and they've got a mark on the bezel, it affects the price in which I'm willing to pay for the watch.
Right.
I try not to change anything of the watch if I can help it. Sometimes you have to change the bezel, sometimes you have to change the dial, but we try and keep them as original as possible.
But yeah, that watch, wow, I love it. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, this is quite cool. This is a little bit unique. This is a 1680 Submariner. It's a 70s model. If you look real closely, it's red writing, but there's...
I see, the red
writing, which is
red.
more sought after by collectors. If this was absolutely immaculate and complete with its box and papers, these would be up for anywhere between 17, 18, 19, 20 plus.
Yeah, I realise high teens.
This one's not. Yeah.
And why is that?
Doesn't have its box and papers. Now the box we can put a period correct box with it, but we'll leave it as it is to keep the price. This is going to appeal to someone that wants a red writing sub, but not the very, they don't have the budget for the very finest.
Okay, entry level then, if you will.
There's something else about this watch. The dial's not gone the nicest colour. Some of these sort of pumpkin or creamy colour. This one sort of stayed as it is, but more so, it's missing the S off of Submariner.
Oh, it's an Submariner.
Submariner, we're calling it.
It's an Submariner.
And that's from some previous work, possibly moisture. There's been some previous work on the dial. Yeah. It's clearly come away. It's an original dial, but it's come away, and that needs to be factored into the price. Yeah. So this is going to be nowhere near 17, 18, 19, 20 plus. This is much more sort of 12, 13.
Interesting. It's still a good premium over a non-red.
It's a pretty cool story, but
yeah, very interesting, very, very interesting. And what I was going to ask you, there's a lot. Yeah, the blue one down here. Again, we're jumping off Rolex, but that blue Omega.
This one in the centre. It's actually not an Omega. This one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's a visually
really
nice looking watch.
So this come from a Swedish customer who brought it into us to have a look at. It's a Continental, which is one of the. They used to make watches under numerous different brands, but founded somewhere around the 1920s. This is incredible value. We've put it with a new blue strap. I think it looks cool. Yeah.
It looks very. Yeah. Absolutely.
This is £700, yeah, for a chronograph from the 60s, yeah, with a lovely silver dial, quite unique. We've matched new with old, yeah, quite well, I think. You could change a strap.
Wow.
Mad value.
It is.
And this is typical of the sort of things we would buy, yeah. Something unusual, something that perhaps not a lot of other watch dealers would buy. But for me, that represents a really well spent £700.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just it's a handsome looking watch, really handsome looking watch.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's still here. We've had a bit of interest on it, but hopefully it goes somewhere cool very soon.
Now,